Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and with the release of iOS 13 just around the corner and the public beta available now for everybody, I thought I'd go over how to use a controller on an iOS device. Now more specifically, I'm going to be using an Xbox One S controller, and I'm going to be using it on an iPad Pro running the beta of iOS 13 to let you guys know exactly how well it actually works. All links are going to be in the description down below for everything that you guys need to know, so let's take a look. Now this will work with a ton of devices in regards to Bluetooth controllers and also iOS devices, but like I mentioned, I'm going to be using the Xbox One controller and the iPad Pro. If I just head into my settings, general and software, you can see here that I'm running the public beta of iOS 13.1, and like I mentioned, you will need iOS 13 to get this going. Now as you can see here, once I head into my Bluetooth options, it's going to give me some available devices. Now as always, to pair an Xbox controller, all you need to do is tap on the center button to turn it on, and then as you can see here, it automatically recognizes that I want to connect an Xbox wireless controller. So again, you can just go ahead and pair it like that. Very simple and very easy to do, but this message, as I have found, doesn't actually pop up for everybody. So if you don't get this message coming up, you need to tap and hold the pairing button on the top until you get a flashing light. As you can see here, it's then going to give you the option for the Xbox wireless controller. Once you click on there, you're all connected. And then as you can see here, it's got a solid light on the Xbox controller, again letting you know that everything is paired up and ready to go. In the options, you've got the option to disconnect and also forget this device as well, and that's how you're going to unpair the controller if you need to. If I actually turn off the controller, what it's then going to do is disconnect itself from the iPad, so again, you're not going to have to worry about it being connected every time, and it's also going to save on battery life as well. So as you can see here where it's just saying connected, it's just taking a bit of time, but as you can see there, it's now changed to not connected, and again, turning the Xbox controller on, you can see just how quick it is to reconnect itself. It's all done and ready to go. Now in regards to what's actually available to play with the Xbox controller, obviously I haven't tried all of the games, but you've got a ton here to choose from. Some which don't work, which I'm a little bit disappointed are things like Grid Autosport. Of course, a game like Fortnite is going to work perfectly fine. Inside is a really awesome side-scrolling game. You've got Modern Combat Versus, which is a really awesome shooter. You've got some nice third-person games as well. PUBG doesn't seem to work for some reason, but Real Racing 3, which is still one of the best racing games, still works perfectly fine, along with some MOBAs and some other shooters. And also with Apple Arcade just around the corner, you're going to get access to a ton of really awesome games very soon on your iOS device, and I'm going to be doing a full in-depth review of Apple Arcade when that comes out, so be sure to leave a thumbs up down below if that's something that you guys want to see. You're going to have a ton of exclusive games available for your iOS device, and a load of them are going to be compatible with controllers as well, so that's definitely something to look forward to. But none of that really means anything if the controller experience isn't actually any good. Well, as you can see from the gameplay in the background here, I've tried racing games, shooting games, third person, side scrolling, and I've not had any issues whatsoever when using the controller. There's not really any noticeable lag that I can find. If there is, it's very minuscule. For me, it works extremely well. The buttons are very responsive, the analog sticks, triggers, everything works exactly as you would expect it to if you're using it on the standard Xbox, for example. Now some games don't necessarily work as well as they could do. Sometimes the on-screen prompts, as you can see like in Modern Combat here for example, they are touchscreen combat controls, but again it does work with the controller, so there's a little bit of a learning curve in regards to learning what does and doesn't work, but again overall I've not had any issues once I figured out the controls, or in a game like Fortnite I've actually tinkered with the controls to get them to my liking. It's basically like a normal console experience. And if you've got something like an iPad here with a 10-inch or even 12-inch screen, it's a really nice gaming experience for out and about gaming. Now again, if you're going to be using this on a smaller device like an iPhone for example, it's not necessarily going to be as good, but you still have the option to do so. One thing that I'm really looking forward to with Apple Arcade is the fact that you're going to be able to play your games on both your iOS device, Mac, and also Apple TV as well. So again, you're going to be able to get that console experience without having to spend around £200 or £300 on the newest console. If you've already got one of these devices, it's going to be a really awesome way to get into some really nice casual games. And that's going to do it guys for this video on how to use a controller with your iOS device, or more importantly your iOS 13 device. Now if you guys have any questions or comments about what you've seen in this video, let me know in the comments section down below or on Twitter at Copper vs Glass, and also don't forget to leave that thumbs up down below if you're excited for Apple Arcade and also want to see a full in-depth review. If you're not already subscribed, now is a great time to do so, and also turn on those notifications so you're notified anytime that I post a new video here on the channel. well. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.